Among the decorations he received were the Medal of Honor, 2 Navy Crosses, the Silver Star, and 2 Legions of Merit. He is best known by Marines for the defense of Lunga Ridge during the Guadalcanal campaign in World War II. He received a commission as a second lieutenant in the Marines in October 1917, and served in France and Germany in World War I. After the war he held several positions until going to flight school in 1922. After graduating flight school and being designated a naval aviator, he performed several assignments in Central America and China. It was in Central America where he received his first Navy Cross and the Nicaraguan Medal of Merit with Silver Star. When World War II started, Edson was sent as the commanding officer of the Marine Raiders and earned his second Navy Cross on Tulagi. When his unit was sent to fight on Guadalcanal, Edson led his men in fighting, for which he would later receive the Medal of Honor. After World War II, Edson held several commands until retiring from the Marine Corps on August 1, 1947. After retirement he had several jobs, including the director of the National Rifle Association of America (NRA). Edson was born in Rutland, Vermont and grew up in Chester. After graduating from Chester High School in 1915, he attended the University of Vermont for 2 years. On June 27, 1916, he left college as a member of the 1st Infantry Regiment, Vermont National Guard, and was sent to Eagle Pass, Texas, for duty on the Mexican border. He returned to the university in September 1916, but joined the Marine Corps Reserve on June 26, the following year. Edson was commissioned as second lieutenant in the Marine Corps on October 9, 1917. On September 30 of the next year, he sailed for France from Philadelphia with B Company of the 11th Marines, and arrived in Brest on October 13, 1918. Edson's first deployment had an inauspicious beginning, as he immediately became sick with mumps and spent the rest of the month in Brest's Camp Hospital 33 before rejoining B Company at Issoudun on November 9. This regiment saw no combat, but during the last 6 months of his European tour, he commanded Company D, 15th Separate Marine Battalion, which had been organized for the express purpose of assisting in the holding of a plebiscite in Schleswig-Holstein, Germany. Owing to the failure of the United States to ratify the Treaty of Versailles, this mission, however, was never carried out. 1 Following the end of World War I, he was assigned to several positions that would qualify him for the high commands he was to hold in later years. He was promoted to first lieutenant on June 4, 1920, and spent 2 years at Marine Barracks, Quantico, Virginia, as the adjutant registrar of the Marine Corps Institute, after which he was sent on a short tour in Louisiana guarding the mail. 1 His interest in military aviation prompted him to apply for flight training at NAS Pensacola, Florida, and he earned his gold wings as a naval aviator in 1922. Soon after, he was ordered to the Marine Air Station at Guam, where he had his introduction to the semi-tropical islands of the Marianas, with which his name was later to become so closely linked. Edson's career as a naval aviator came to an ignominious end following his return to the continental United States in 1925. In March of 1926, Edson received orders to the U.S. Army Air Service's Advanced Flying School at Kelly Field, Texas. By May, he had been found physically unqualified to complete the course due to defective depth perception, and sent back to the 1st Aviation Group in Quantico to receive a flight physical. Unable to complete Advanced Flying School, Edson received new orders for the company officers course scheduled to begin in September at Quantico. Meanwhile, the flight physical identified only a minor depth perception defect, in the flight surgeon's opinion too minor to affect Edson's flying. An inquiry among officers who had been in the course with Edson revealed he had been grounded after 44 hours of solo flight in DHs due to his poor flying abilities. When questioned about this directly, Edson admitted he had taken more than the usual time to solo DSs and F5s in Pensacola. 2 The flight surgeon recommended that Edson be grounded for several months with weekly depth perception tests to see if the condition improved. Even after this period, Edson's commander, Maj. O.A. Lutz, banned him from was a major general in the United States Marine Corps, first president of the Marine Corps War Memorial Foundation and first commissioner of the Vermont Department of Public Safety and Vermont State Police. Flying O-2B-1S. On January 22, 1927, Edson tried to prove his flying ability by defying this ban to take an O-2B-1 on a cross-country flight to Hampton Roads. He crashed in Ark, Virginia.